Now there is another task for our join. And now we go into many more tables. First we had 2 tables which we connected by a join, and now we want to connect 4 tables. Even that is possible, even more tables are possible. Let's first have a look at the table model and how it looks like before we look into the task. Um, the tables are shown here. We have the products table, and the product, one specific product, is referred in the order details. And an order detail is contained in an order. So an order basically consists of order details, several order details maybe, and each order detail refers to one product. And the product, of course, can be contained in many order details. So we have this connection over these three tables. And then we add the customer to this connection also. And we see that the customer connects by the customer ID to these orders. So each order is made by a certain customer. So this is first the connection of the tables. The tables are connected by this foreign key, primary key relation in each connection. And now we are interested in a certain set of columns, which come from these different tables and which can only be shown together if we make a join. So what we actually want is some information from the customer ID and the customer name. Then we want some information about the product in the order. And you see that the customer is not directly connected to the product. The customer is connected by the order by the order details, and the order details to the product. So we have to go all these connections until we come from the customer name to the product name. And we also want to add the order details quantity. So we want to know in which quantity the customer ordered the product. So only these 4 columns are interesting, and we may want to make some sorting that we get an appropriate view on our customers here. And if we imagine how it should look like, then here in the lower part of the slide, there's a view onto the result, how it should look like. We should have the customer name, we should have the product name, and the quantity. So these are actually different orders, and in these orders there is a certain product ordered, and this product is ordered in a certain quantity. And now, how does the select statement look like to perform this join of these 4 tables here? Our select statement is a little bit larger, a little bit bigger than the other statements before. We have more tables, we have more conditions. Let's have a look at this statement here. So first we name our different columns, the customer name, the product name, and the quantity. And you see that we add this C dot, P dot, and OD dot before. That means that we, at this point here, we already refer to our tables in our from part. In our from part, we see that we want to select from the customers SC. And this is the C which is referred here, actually. So it looks a bit strange here that we use it before we before we abbreviate it as an alias, but this is possible actually. Now the orders as O, the second table orders as O, and we do not refer to here in the selection of the columns, we just use this O later in the conditions. And the order details as OD, you find this OD here for the quantity, and this is exactly the same OD which refers to the order details. And products as P, and this is the same P as the P here in the product name column. So we select the tables, select from the tables, and then there comes this condition part introduced with the where, and the first condition is that we want to connect the tables products and order details. We want to select the rows only if we have the same product ID in both rows. So it refers to this connection actually. And this is the first condition. The second condition refers to the connection between order details and order. And both go into this order ID column. So if the order ID column is the same, then connect the row. And the last condition, last part of the condition of the overall where clause is going on to the customer ID in order, and customer ID in customer. So these three conditions actually make these different connections, three different connections between four different tables. And after that we order by the customer name, but it's a minor issue. And now let's have a look at our example database. I prepared the statement here. Select out the columns from the tables and the where clause with the three conditions for connecting four different tables, as you saw it in the slide before. And now we run that statement, and we see that indeed we get this connection of the customer name and the product name. Also, if the connection can be performed only by connecting these four tables overall. Oh, and we see that there are different customer names, and we see that they ordered products of a certain name in different quantities. And that's our connection we want to do. Actually, these data come from three different tables: the customer name from the customer table, the product name from the product table, and the quantity is contained in the order details table. So quantity is some special attribute for connecting the order and the product. And there is, you see that you can even connect with the join, not only two tables, but here in this case, four tables. These four tables are products, order details, order, and customer. By this join, we connected these four tables with only one select statement.